For those of you who are shooting ranges, I have a very special day for you. Today, we have Josh from a shooting range in Illinois that has recently had a huge amount of success with Momentum HQ, Facebook ads, membership, and getting people through the door that are brand new shooters and brand new to his organization. And so I am really proud of the work that he's made as a premium student in this program. So he's going to present to you exactly how he ran an open house that generated a ton of new members. If you're a shooting range, like, I want you to be thinking about cloning this exact process. If you're not a shooting range, I want you to be thinking about how you can work with a shooting range to clone this exact process. If you're not a shooting range and you're a firearm instructor and you don't want to work with a range, I want you to be thinking about what you can do with this exact funnel for your business. Josh, go ahead and share your screen and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Andy. I am super excited to be sharing it with you guys, and I'm going to put it in slideshow so you can see everything. Yeah, so to give you guys some context, like you said, yeah, we're a shooting range, 11 lanes indoor, and we ran a bunch of ads for an open house, and so it was just free range time. And that's it. That was the only offer. Come in and just shoot for free. And we limited it to a 30-minute slot so we could get as many people as we could on that day. And the total event value from that open house was about 20 grand, and I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. We had 199 people register, 105 attendees, 21 new members, most of which were couples or family memberships, and we had a great return on our ad spend. And so this is kind of what it looks like at a glance financially. We spent $1,056 on Facebook for the ads. Like I said, 199 registered and 105 showed up. Our cost per acquisition for the registered member was about $5, but for the people that actually showed up, you'll see it's more about 10 because about half actually came. We had 21 new members. Those memberships were all acquired with an initiation fee of $50. So if somebody became a member on that day, we discounted the initiation fee, but we did collect that initiation fee. So our initiation fees just about covered our ad spend for that day, almost exactly. We did $5,900 in just range revenue, targets, ammunition, eye and ear protection rentals, you name it, gun rentals, and that doesn't include any firearm sales. I didn't even count that because they kind of skew the number. And then if we add the initiation fees, we had $6,958 of total day of revenue. And the cool part is the projected 12, the year over revenue from those 21 members is $13,722 that we're going to collect over the next year. Because our membership is set up on a year contract and our churn rate is so low, I can confidently say we will get most, if not all, of that $13,000 in the next year. And so the total event value for us was over 20 grand on that one day. We had a two-step funnel. We had the opt-in, which is the page, and then we had the upsell, right? And I'm going to exit full screen because Andy wanted me to show you exactly what it looks like. So we have the open house, which looks like this once it loads. So this is the offer, right? Your first shots are on us. It's for new shooters. This is for new gun owners, families wanting a safe place to practice. We're really hitting the hammer hard on A, this is for people who have never been to the gun range before, and B, bringing a friend, right? Your 30-minute lane fee is waived for yourself and another person. We're just trying to be able to present to as many people as we can. We make it clear that ammunition wasn't included, and that wasn't an issue on the day of. People weren't upset because they thought it was going to be free. They knew that they had to pay for ammunition or bring their own, something like that. And we used the calendar function for this. So I have 11 lanes. I basically just set up 11 classes every 30 minutes and let it go, and people signed up for it. And then after that, we did have an upsell. We called it the Range Ready Experience. This included a t-shirt. This included a gun rental voucher. This included a couple range passes, target packs, eye and ear protection rental. And so the total value of the upsell was over $110, and we marketed it for $37. Now, the beautiful thing about this is I don't have a whole lot of cost here. I just have the t-shirt, which cost me $11 or $12, and then the targets, which are like 40 cents a piece. So we had good margin on that. And through this upsell, we did about $780 before the day of. And so remember, we spent $1,000 on our ads before the day of. We got $780 in revenue before we even ran the event. And the day before, we had some pretty massive tornadoes. So if we had been taken out by a tornado and not been able to run the event, we wouldn't have been too negative, but it would have been okay. So here's more of the numbers. Like I said, $1,056 on Facebook, 199 registrations, about half people showed up, and 21 new members signed, which is the most important part. Yeah, these are the key metrics that we looked at for the event. Now, the part that I want to talk about is the members signed up. So we had 105 attendees, 21 members. I'll show you the numbers in a minute, but 13 of them were couples, five of them were families, and three of them were individuals. So yes, 21 new contracts were signed, but in terms of people, it was over 40 people, which is about a 40% close rate. This worked because of the offer, right? We painted the dream outcome for them. Become a confident, capable shooter. And if you've never stepped into a gun range before, we're the place to do it. We're going to have RSOs there to help you. If you haven't done it, we're the place. The social proof, right? We're a structured professional event with staff and safety briefings. We advertised that. We said you would get a safety briefing. We put that in the email and text follow-ups to expect to have to sign the waiver and have to go through the safety briefing. And people really liked it because the new shooters really like that thing. And there was no risk to them, right? Zero cost to attend. They can come for free. If they bring their own gun and ammunition, which a lot of them did, it's just their time. We're only asking for their time, unless if they want to purchase something from us, which plenty of them did, right? And then of course there's urgency. We only did it on Saturday, April 18th. So I think that's one of the reasons it worked is because of the offer. We already went over the upsell. I was a little quick on the draw doing that, showing you guys that. But yeah, you saw the registration page for the 30-minute time slot. We only had one job for that, get people, as many people as we could. And then the upsell, like I said, it generated $780, $777.50 before we had anybody to walk through the door. This is textbook Warrior Marketing Group money model, right? This is what Andy did on his 100-person class. So our cost per acquisition was $5.31. Now, I cross-referenced these, and I should have put this in the presentation. I cross-referenced these contacts with people in our system. The vast majority of them were brand new. And as a note, also, the 105 people that attended, because this event was bring a friend for free, not all 105 were part of the total registration. So we got about 240 new contacts from this event. Even if they signed up for open house and didn't attend, I got their contact for $5.31, which, if I might add, 31 cents is less than my cost per acquisition on my 7-day email series. I checked it this morning, and my CPA for my email series is almost $9. So for that, the experience. So if you run a shooting range, I did an open house in January, quarter 1. So this is my quarter 2 open house. I basically just ran a digital billboard on my website and Facebook ads and said, range time is free on whatever Saturday, come and do it. Registration, no upsell, nothing. And we had great success in that we had a line out the door all day, but the customer experience was lackluster because out the door, people were waiting and everything felt hectic. It wasn't good. And so we wanted to make this one just better, right? So if a customer signed up for a 10 a.m. slot, they arrive at about 10 a.m. hopefully. Sean, my general manager, begins intake. He's big, warm, fuzzy, Santa Claus of a guy, and he gets them their waivers signed and he gets their safety brief delivered. And he kind of gets to know them, right? What are their goals for the day? What experience do they have shooting? And immediately we're trying to kind of lower that anticipation because they're going to walk in with some preconceived notions. They're going to walk in with definitely anticipation and probably a little bit of adrenaline if they've never shot at a gun range before. Sean is there to calm them down and remind them of the safety rules. And we did this. A lot of gun ranges have the safety video. We essentially just did that live, right? And it was a much better experience that way. So they come out of the small classroom and they would purchase ammunition, rent firearms, do whatever they needed to do with the RSOs. And then at 10:30, they would enter the range and begin their 30-minute session. Now, we did not have the staff prepared, right, for theoretically 199 people. And so what we did was we asked a small group of our members to come volunteer, and I offered them a T-shirt and a Jimmy John's sandwich and said, hey, if you could come by for 2 hours on Saturday, it would mean the world to me. And our members absolutely loved it. They loved being part of the community. They loved teaching new people, and this created a great experience because like I said, we only had 105 people actually attend. And so on the range, the ratio from RSO to attendee was like almost 1-to-1. And I think that was a good thing because new shooters are craving instruction, they're craving guidance, and they really want to feel like they're being safe. And this allowed us to do that and just put our best foot forward for our range. And so then, of course, this all led up to an invitation. After they exited the range, so about an hour after they stepped in the building, they came into the large classroom where I was, and I gave them a short spiel about who we are at High Caliber. High Caliber Training Center is a local indoor gun range. We've been around for 13 years, and the goal of the company is to create the safest community that we can. We want Champaign-Urbana, Illinois, to be the safest community in the country, and we want to preserve human life. And the way that we do that is train as many people as possible. And your next step to more training is to become a member. And that's basically what it was. It was a little bit more long-winded than that, but you get the idea. And this worked because by the time that they were in front of me, they had gotten multiple safety briefings, from the small classroom with my general manager to on the range with my members to, our RSOs and whatnot. And they only shot for 30 minutes. So they're cognitively still there. This is kind of the same principle as the new shooter accelerator. And this wasn't an hour on the range. This wasn't, a full-on 4-hour pistol class. This was a taste. So they're super excited when they come back out. They're not drained at all. And that's why it worked. So 20% of the room said yes. Now, that's the numbers in terms of contracts. We got 21 new contracts, but really it's more like 40 people. So I could have a little bit of hubris and say that 40% of the room said yes, but I'm not going to do that. Like I said, 13 couples, 5 families, 3 individuals, $1,050 in initiation fees. And in terms of monthly recurring revenue, that's over $1,000 for the range in monthly recurring revenue. I chose to make the initiation fees all a flat $50. I thought about doing half off or a percentage off, but because I made the initiation fee a flat $50, I think it encouraged people to go for the next level up. If they had a spouse, wife, girlfriend, or whatever, instead of doing the individual, well, let's just do the couple, and then the same from the couple to the family. Like I said, only 3 individuals, and that in terms of our data, we sell a lot more individual memberships than we do couple memberships. People will kind of upgrade eventually, but this got them into the couple memberships right from the gate, and that worked just excellent for us. And now the other thing that I did was I gave everybody a pepper spray after my invitation, and I said, if you can't carry a gun, you don't have your concealed carry, whatever, I can give everybody in this room a pepper spray. And after I gave them the pepper spray is when I asked for a Google review. And so these are the Google reviews starting at 5 days ago, which when the event was last Saturday. And of my 105 people, I think I got 8 or 89 Google reviews. And I didn't force them, right? I didn't say I'll give you a Google review, or no, please give me a Google review only if I give you a pepper spray. Like, it wasn't transactional. I gave them the pepper spray first, and then I asked for the Google review. And people really responded to that. They're mentioning the open house. A lot of these Google reviews, mention John. John is a member. John is not a member of my staff, and it just worked like a charm. It was amazing. They loved it. The members loved it. The new members are ecstatic. And then now we're at 3 weeks ago, but you get the idea. And I will just show you guys some pictures real quick, and then I'll be done. This is kind of what the range looked like almost all day, just people at the counter talking with RSOs. My staff are having a good time, and the member volunteers are helping out with new shooters. Like I said, almost a 1-to-1 ratio of member volunteers to new shooters. And, we got just about everybody just at the counter having a good time. And yeah, that is how the open house went. I would love to talk about it more, but Andy told me 20 minutes, and so we're good.
Is there any Q&A?
Sure.
So this is Will from the range up here in Rhode Island. Amazing. My question for you, what's your membership number at right now?
We're right at 900.
How was your members with an event like this being on a day where Saturdays are usually a huge member day? How did you work through that?
So I sent an email the day before and said, just to my members, and said basically that the range is closed, and the range is closed to new shooters, to not new shooters, to member traffic, and this is why. Just straight up, we want to have as many new shooters come to the fold as possible. You guys remember when you were a new shooter, that's what we're trying to do today. And we had zero pushback. Nobody was upset.
Josh, quick question. Would you do that email again, knowing that half the people did not show up? Would you do that email again?
No, I wouldn't do that email again. I think that from a capacity utilization standpoint, I could have run the range and also had member traffic probably. And if you use any range management software, we could have done an open house on 8 of our 11 lanes and kept 2 bookable for members, and it would have been okay. I think they would have understood and also would have been better for traffic in general overall.
I just want to say I love the idea that you're a bone player as well.
Wait,
Thank
do you
you.
play trombone too?
No, but trombone players are always awesome.
What other questions do we have for Josh, guys?
Josh, I'm going to say the same shit that I say all the time. Give us that funnel and give us all the shit that you wrote so we don't have to write it, so we can just save time. Because I'll give you anything I got if you want it.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Look what he did, guys. He spent $1,000 and earned 20. That whole presentation, you can boil it down to, hey, I just spent $1,000 and made $20,000 from it. And that is absolutely unbelievable performance. And if you break down the elements that he used to succeed, one of the elements that he used was the funnel inside of Momentum HQ. Then right when they registered, he had somebody on his team call them. We have to work our leads. We have to work our leads. I'm going to say it again for those in the back. We have to work our leads. Then right after they called, he sent a reminder text and email through automation to get them to the event and remind them the event is coming up. And then the day of the event, he provided a great experience. Everything they saw, felt, touched, smelled, and heard from the moment they opened the door to the training facility to the moment they left was a scripted design. And he even used his current members to do that. So even though he closed the range to members, the 12 or 14 or whatever it was range members that are just his diehards were there helping out anyway. So they and apparently they just love that too. And I think that those people will just be members for life. And so the takeaways from this is that when we use all of the techniques that I preach about every Friday in every call, you can have results too, where you spend 1,000 and make 20,000. And we should be doing that more often, not once a quarter, right? Murph, what's been going on in funnel world up there? I know you got a lot going on in Massachusetts and a lot of turnover, a lot of updated on the law. What's going on up there?
I don't know how many people have followed what's going on in Mass here, but our governor is an absolute. And she's a WEF, World Economic Forum, whatever, right? So we're not bringing politics into the class. She's changed the gun laws so many times that she put Chapter 135 in effect, and 135 had a couple of things that needed to be added to our class. One was a written test, and one was a shooting test. This is now state law as of April 2nd. They had 2 years to do this, right? And they have approved 4 or 5 courses to be taught, and they all have a shooting curriculum and a test in them. And the governor has told us as of April 15th that, oh, no, you don't have to do the shooting test right now. But everybody I know has gone through and changed all their websites, all their marketing stuff to reflect the shooting test and changed all our pricing. And now we're going to adjust everything back down. So I created a couple of ads. Just kind of want to show you one if I can. I think you'll like it. So the idea was Britney Spears' website did it again. So that's not really the governor. That's an AI version of the governor.
Yeah.
But you'll see the South Park shit I did.
Whoops, I did it again. I'm
That was
not
the
that
governor's face
innocent.
on top.
I'm really not that innocent at all. I did it again.
Yep, you read it right. And then I committed. Did it again. Which you don't need to
No,
watch.
no, play it.
Test. Listen, Ed, if you want to get your LTC right now in Massachusetts without taking the shooting test, listen, the governor and the state police have been telling us for 2 years that you're going to have to take a written test and a shooting test, and she just, whoops, I did it again. The laws have been implemented, but not fully. Act now. Get your gun permit now without a shooting test required. Click this ad and see how easy it is.
Wow.
And yes,
this is
the
great.
microphone was on my beard on purpose. My son told me to do that. Apparently, that's a thing that
It's totally a thing.
that influencers are doing. So I made a whole bunch of them. I got like 7 videos I made, some with the Britney Spears theme, some with just me. And I launched them last night. No conversions yet, but we'll see.
And what's your daily budget?
$15 right now.
And what's your geographic location?
31 miles from where we're at.
31. Yeah, you
30
might be
to
able to get
31.
away with. You might be able to get away with more than that. Also, did you post that organically?
They're scheduled to post in Momentum one a day for the next couple of days.
Good. I would do 3 a day for the next few days, and I would just amp it up. You can post 100 times a day on Facebook. You totally can. There's no reason that you can't. So when you post once, the algorithm shows your video to a small amount of your followers. when you post 3 or 4 times, it just chooses a different group of those followers, right? So, it's not like it's the same person over and over and over that's going to have to like unfollow you. So,
Okay.
I would suggest ramping that up. Now is the time in Massachusetts. Great work, man. I look forward to seeing what the response is, and you may also, now that you've got 7 videos in that ad campaign.
6. I'm gonna make
6.
more today.
All right. I would suggest that a $15 a day budget is probably too low for that, especially with what's going on. I would boost that up to 50 minimum, right? Or what is your when somebody signs up, what is your revenue that you get back immediately?
But this this class now it'll be $199.
And they have to pay $199 in full, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. If you get 1 sign up a day, you can afford to spend up to $199, right? So I would go bold. You can always scale back, but I would go bold because now is the time. You've got a big amount of traction between now and whenever they make their change.
Right. That change could be tomorrow.
And it's not like if people sign up for your class and the law changes that they're going to cancel on you. You know what I mean?
No, because when the law changes, the class is going to be 300.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's going to have to be over 2 days, and ammo's included and all that bullshit.
And they're going to have to go to New Hampshire to shoot with you, right?
It depends. I'm gonna try. They're gonna have to go to New Hampshire, but if we get small classes like 6 people, I can blast groups of 2 at the range next door to us where you're not supposed to teach, but everybody does.
When they do have to go to New Hampshire, one of the ads that you should run is, our state is so backwards that I have to make you shoot in order to get your license to carry in Massachusetts. And we have to leave the state to do that. And then we have to come back, right? You just like use that as an ad.
Right. And that's also going to be an upsell in there. So we have the learn to shoot 1, learn to shoot 2 classes. It's like the new shooter accelerator.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have an upsell. Hey, instead of taking this 15-minute qualification, upsell now to learn to shoot 1 class.
You're going to be there anyway. Why don't you upsell?
Going to be there anyway.
Yeah.
Right. It's going to normally $199. I'll knock it down to $100 because we're there.
Yeah, I love it. This is perfect. This is a good idea. Yeah, this is good. All right, what else we got? Questions? Kelly and Mike. Kelly, I'll get back to you. Mike, you got anything to share?
Well, we're going to be at a car and gun show actually this weekend, and so we're getting a whole bunch of stuff together because we're hosting our first ever Minnesota Range Days 5-day training event, and being sponsored by the indoor range that we work with. And all of this is in prep because I've got my buddies at Greenline Tactical coming out 3 times this year, and all of our stuff is going to be prerequisite for night vision shooting. So for Night Fighter and their Dark Lab program. But we did just run our Mama Bear Tactics. The ad did good, but the funnel didn't. And Jim actually helped me craft that funnel, and we did some really good work on it, but it just didn't do as well as we thought it would. So,
what do you want to share your ad and then share your funnel? I'd love to see it.
Let's see. Share.
And guys, just so you know, what we're doing today is a little bit different than what we normally do on Fridays. This is a good exercise that we do on Thursday on Momentum HQ work parties. So make sure that you start getting signed up for Thursday's work parties. Let's take a look at this ad.
Learn firearm safety, handling, and confidence in a beginner-friendly, women-only environment. Every woman has the instinct to protect, but instinct alone doesn't always translate into training. With Mama Bear Tactical, we turn that instinct into real confidence. Reserve your spot and turn that instinct into real confidence and real skills.
So real quick, couple comments on the video. Number 1, I loved it. Number 2, at the end, I think that we missed a little bit of a call to action. Like, click below, click now. Tell them exactly what to do and exactly what to expect. Click now and register. Click now and go to the landing page. Something along those lines. Let's look at the stats here. So we had
that's the stats we got off of it. So CTR 4%, outbound of 2%.
That's good. That's really good. That's really good.
We actually got 4 or 5 people in the class. There was a couple people that walked in and took the class, so we were able to actually get some good pictures. And it was a relaunch too of all the curriculum also, which it went really well. Like, just the content in the class in general is really, really good. So now it's just trying to get in front of people. But again, one man op. I actually brought on somebody to help us with some of the video. Not necessarily the creation of the ClickFunnels, but to help with the video and making the ads. And he's actually my USCCA rep. And so I'm bringing him on. We got a hero video that we're going to be putting out and a bigger video. And I go, well, I'll tell you what, if you can, we have a small contract And if he can help me get those butts and seats for Minnesota range days, then I'll look at actually bringing him on full time.
Fantastic, man. That's really exciting. That's really exciting. Good work, Mike. And just as a side note, of all the women only classes that I've done in the years, I feel like it is much easier to get women into a co-ed class that is advertised to women, because a lot of times women are hesitant to go without their significant other. That's what I've found. So I have found more signups when it's not women only. It's marketed to women, but they can bring their spouse. So just for food for thought.
Nope, that's something to consider. Okay.
Yeah. I love what you did there. So cool. Kelly, how are things going in the Momentum HQ world? I know you are a group coaching customer, but I'd love to give you a chance to ask some questions as well.
Well, unfortunately, right now, we have other things other than business in our way. Kevin and I are both working on getting our certifications so we can begin teaching CCW classes here in California, because that was really kind of our main goal. But we've had a couple delays. So
are you guys certified instructors through the NRA or USCCA?
No, that's what we're working on. That's
Okay.
kind of our holdup right now.
If you guys are willing to travel, I'd like to talk to you. I can certify you as instructors. I know I need to certify Josh and Jim as well, and anybody else that is in this group that wants to hold an NRA certification as well. We can talk about what that looks like and where that'll be hosted. Sean, I'm thinking about you, or Josh, I'm thinking about you at either one of your ranges. Maybe we can put together an on-site 3-day workshop.
Do it at Sean's. Nobody wants to come to Illinois.
The only reason I don't want to go to Illinois is that I can't carry there. Like, I'm at home right now and I have a gun on my hip. You know what I mean? Like, always.
And we got Royce here, who's NRA certified as a training counselor. He can do certifications for pretty much everything. Also,
cool.
the NRA shoot basic pistol and rifle shotgun. So
awesome, good deal. Charlie Esposito, how are things going in your world?
They're going pretty good. A little slow right now. I'm finishing up this one last class for the funnel that I've been doing lately. I got a small class tomorrow, but what I do have is still getting a lot of people that are like going away. They're not calling me back, but I'm calling them. I'm getting people. I got a couple people that didn't want to go to this class that they booked. And so we're trying to book them for another one. And I'm going to try, right now I'm going to create a new funnel. I'm going to use that new loom that you sent out for the follow-ups. And I got to create a whole new funnel and website, and then do some more ads, and then take it for May and June.
Yeah, when I see slowdowns on my ads and I see slowdowns on my funnel and new ads aren't fixing my funnel, I do revamp the funnel and I revamp the offer, right? So it always comes down. If your ads are not working and your offer is not your landing page is not working, it is always what we have to offer. Bad offers are never going to be fixed by good landing pages and good ads. But a great offer can totally work even if your landing page is terrible and even if your ad is terrible. It all boils down to offer. That is the most important part.
Because that's what I'm doing now. I'm looking at my offer. I'm looking to make some changes and take it from there.
Yeah, you got to make it so awesome that people would be stupid to say no. So I appreciate that, Charlie. Yeah.
Right.
Shawnee, I saw you kick your video on and I went like this to say hi to you. You've probably been in the call the whole time. I just didn't see you.
I was. See, I was around other people, but now I'm not. I do have one comment I have to say. Definitely my classes have slowed down. My permit classes have slowed down. My women's beginners class is still selling out. That's still every time selling out. But the main thing that is keeping us going is the training program. Like I usually have 18 people in my concealed carry class. Last weekend I had 10. But 4 of them signed up for my advanced carry program at $700 each. And then my last women's beginners class, I had 7 people to sign up for my $1,000. The training program is what's keeping, we starting this company. I took big loans out to get things started. I got to pay these loans back. So the training programs is the thing keeping us focused. Right now, if we just relied on our ticket sales for the classes, things wouldn't be as great. So I just wanted to say that.
So let's throw it in reverse on that class that you just did. You had 10 people and 7 of them accepted your $1,000 offer. Is that how like fill me in how that works?
The women's class, I have 3 different training programs. I have one from people who are totally new beginners and they go through a whole bunch of different classes. That one I do for $1,000. Then I have an advanced carry program that I pitch at my concealed carry class for people so it's for people to have a permit. And they go through a whole bunch of classes. That one is $700. Then I have a home defender program for people who just want to have a gun at their home, still for beginners, because people would come to the women's beginners class and they're like, I want to do a training program, but I don't want to carry and I feel like I'm wasting my money. And I'm like, let me come up with another program. So I have the Home Defender program. That one is $600. At the women's beginners class last week, I had 20 people. Last Saturday, I had 20 people, and I had 7 people sign up for my $1,000 program. So that between that and then the concealed carry people that came, 4 people signed up for the $700 program. So those numbers, it used to be more ticket sales. Ticket sales was real because a concealed carry class in Maryland, if they get Maryland and DC and add on the other Utahs and everything like that, I'm doing $400 a ticket. So that was a big bulk of our money. But now that it's summertime, it's like this every year. Every business we have that teach classes, summertime is less classes, but the training programs is what's keeping it going.
A couple of comments to that. Number one, your 20-person class that you just had, you had 20 people come and then 7 people took the $1,000 upsell. What did they pay to be there, just to be there?
$25.
Okay, great.
If they bought it on the ad. If they bought it on my website, it's $50. So some people paid $50, some people paid $25.
Smart. Give them a reason to sign up now. It's on the website for $50, but you can sign up through this ad at $25. Smart. Before I got really good at marketing, there were a couple of years there where I had staff, and every May I would say to my people, September's coming. September's coming, guys. September's coming. We just got to make it through the summer. September's coming, right? And so May through September, if you're in the training world, is going to be the slowest time of the year for you. And so everything boils down to offer an event. Offers so that you can hone in your offers and just give much better offers, and then really focus on your invitation, because you're going to be selling to less people. So you need to get people through the door and then really focus on that invitation and make that invitation amazing. And then from there, and then I'm talking to Will, I'm talking to Sean, I'm talking to Josh, I'm talking to everybody that's getting people through. Get them through, give them the $1,000 invitation. Really focus on that invitation. The second thing is doing events so that you can consistently have new shooters through the door, just like the event that Josh did, the Second Amendment Day that we're doing on June 27th, like just consistently do events to get people through the door. This is so important from May to September. This is what's going to keep you guys, meeting new people and keep the momentum up, because May through September, people stop thinking about spending money on the chore, which is, concealed carry class or gun safety and things like that. They stop looking for that because now they're looking at their vacations. They're looking at their kids going back to school. They're looking at, time off of work that they're not going to make money for that time. So they're spending less on this type of thing. And in order to get that, we've got offers and events that are going to get you through it. Well, guys, I guess that'll wrap us up for Friday. We'll end the call early, give your time back to you. Just a reminder that I sent you guys a text message. I'd like to ask for you guys to do some video reviews for me through Momentum HQ. You've got it in your text message from last week. I would love for you to give an update on the H30K method and what's done for your business. And when you do that, I'll give you a $50 gift card to Amazon or a 30-minute session one-on-one with me for strategy with your business. For you, group coaching, that goes for you also. You guys are welcome to get in on that. And then the third thing is that we will be entered to win a giveaway as well. So appreciate you guys joining up. We will see you same time, same place next week. Get armed, get trained, carry the daily, and long live the Republic. See you guys.